I usually do a wacky entrance just to make it funny at the start, but this time I got nothing besides I got one thing. You know, it's off the cuff. UFOs. Go, Dan. Welcome us.
Welcome everyone to the Mitch and Dan's Pod about questions about the world, Australia's biggest podcast in Turkmenistan. I'm here with Mitch Hawkins and I'm Dan. Just like Cher, no last name.
No last name.
Mitch.
He might have one, but he won't tell me, and he showed me his driver's license. His thumb was blocking most of it, but still just said Dan. So
It was an unrelated part of the card.
Yeah, it was the back of it. You wrote it in pen, and you still covered the other half. Anyway, we're going to start off with the Australian Bird Book. It's a tradition. Keep up, people. Jesus Christ. Dan, 757 birds. Give me a random number. Go.
596.
596. You hear that, people? He knows what he wants. He is a yellow, in brackets, little thornbill. Oh, and Dan's wearing a yellow t-shirt. If everyone is aware, I am wearing blue. How crazy is that?
So, tell us a pic of this thornbill.
I'll show you a picture. Let me just fucking figure out which one it is. Is this one?
Oh.
Bit of a yellow
That
tummy.
little gut.
You know how this is even more weird for me? I took a picture of a bird today that had a yellow stomach, and I don't know what it is. I'm going to try and identify it, and I was wondering if Dan was going to pick that bird randomly. And this one, it is in our region, but I don't think it's it. But imagine if it is. It is, kind of looks like it. Sometimes these drawings are a little off. Man, imagine if that was the fucking bird. I'll shit my fucking bed tonight if you got the bird.
Sure, the people of Turkmenistan will like to know when you find out.
I'll make sure I comment on the video later on when I realise. Dan, speaking about fucking animals, I was researching one yesterday actually, with my housemates, having a good old yarn. Dan, you got something to say? You look like you had something to say.
No, remind me, I did have a thing to talk about animals. We can do this after your one though.
Audience, we have a first. Dan actually has something to talk about. We'll hold it. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
We'll get to that. All right. Everybody, have you ever heard of the mantis shrimp?
Yes.
Technically not a shrimp or a mantis. It's called something else like a whatever.
Cat.
Mate, I got some screenshots of facts here. Maybe it's in here. But listen about this shrimp. Fact number 1. All mantis shrimp species can be divided into spearers or smashers based on the type of claws they have and tactics they use to kill their prey. Okay, that's just fact number 1. Spearers or smashers. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Fact number 2. Smashers can punch at the same velocity as a gunshot from a .22 caliber rifle.
Mm.
They punch at the same velocity as a gunshot from a rifle. That's insane. Their punch, fact number 3, is so fast it results in cavitation. I don't know what that means. Bubbles. This is a superheated bubble and a small flash of light, which for a split second also generates temperatures of 4,400 degrees, which is nearly as hot as the sun. Mate,
This is a real life Pokemon.
that is fucking insane. Okay, gunshot, boils the water around it, gets the heat of the sun. Okay, I was screenshotting these in order, so I jumped from fact number 3 to fact number 9. I guess the rest weren't that amazing. They are thought to have the most complex eyes in the animal kingdom and have the most complex visual system ever recorded. They can see special spiraling type of light called circularly... Fuck me, why am I doing this? Circularly polarized light that's not been documented in any other animal. This is pretty cool. Wait, mate, I know you're already blown away by your hand being on your face. They also have a structure in their eyes that's similar to technology found in DVD players, only much more advanced. Mate,
Such a random part there.
I just realized that's all the facts I screenshot. I thought I had more, but that's fucked.
Can I just say, so we've out-evolved them by moving on to Blu-rays.
Yeah, man. We're way more. We're past the. They're way ahead of us for centuries. I don't know how long they've been around. I think I remember reading it, but I can't remember. They're not endangered. I remember reading that. And just shit, man. And fishermen call them thumb splitters because they because they sometimes get a little punch now and then, which I thought with the heat of the sun, but I guess they need to be in water for that to happen. But they can apparently just break through a finger, I guess. And so what? Sorry.
Sounds like a Pokemon.
It does sound like a Pokemon. Mantis Shrimp. What would its Pokemon name? Have you seen a picture of these things?
Probably something like Shrimp Bubble.
That's too cutesy, mate. I was thinking about paracetamol.
Oh.
I started off trying to think of something to say with parasite, and then I just said paracetamol. What do you think of that? They don't know what that is in Japan, do they? They probably.
I mean, they must have something.
Yeah, but they wouldn't call it that. Yeah, but then I guess we don't call it the same animal Pokemon names they do, and we have our own versions, I guess.
What?
Well, do you think they still call it a Charizard?
I don't know. I've never thought about it, to be honest.
You know what, man? You know what's weird? You know Squidward in SpongeBob?
Mm-hmm.
In France, they call him Carlos. Because, like, calamari or something. And there's another character in that in SpongeBob that's meant to have a fucked up name that doesn't suit it at all. Mate, the French, you know what they call McDonald's? Like, we call it Macca's for short. For short, they call it MacDo. It used to infuriate me. No wonder my French girlfriend broke up with me. Fucking, I never got, like, angry at it, but every time they used to say it, I'd be like, horrible name. You mean Macca's?
MacDo.
MacDo.
MacDo what?
I don't know, man. My dog Mac, as a kid, he hung himself. So maybe that's what Mac do. For the audience, because Dan probably already knows, we used to, like, whatever. Long story, but we had to put the dog on a choker chain because he kept getting into neighbours' yards and they didn't like it. So we went out for a weekend, put him on a chain where he could run around the farm still. My mum didn't measure it out properly, and it went just over the fence, long enough for him to get over the fence but not touch the ground. So we came back to a tight chain going over the fence, thinking he was just standing on the other side, and then we undid the chain and we just heard a thump on the ground, and and that's when I realized my childhood dog was dead. But you know what? Bright side to all that, me and him didn't really get along. I was a little shit and pull his tail a lot. Like, I was still quite young. Like, he was a cute dog, he was very smart. I was a piece of shit, and then we were rewarded with our dog later on, PJ, a border collie, who was just the best.
Did he leave a note?
Mac. Yeah, he spelt out something with his paw prints on the fence that just said Mitch. Oh man, that was like the worst weekend of our fucking childhood. Like, Mum went out for the weekend and left us at her friend's house, and this was like, it's quite a poor family, and they lived in a shit part of a neighborhood. I can't remember the town. And they were just surrounded by, like, fucking drug dealing houses. Shit was always going on. And the house they lived in just stunk. And we hated it. And the sisters were weird. And the little baby boy was weird. He had, like, a Seth Rogen afro at the age of, like, 3. And he was buff. And it was weird. And he stunk. But whatever. Mum left us there for the night. She said she was going to come back later that night and pick us up. And we're sitting on the couch. And I'm starting to fall asleep. And my brother wakes me up to tell me, why are you going to sleep? Mum could be dead. And so I was like, fuck. So I couldn't really sleep that night. And we heard weird noises outside. They sounded like people were arguing. And then we eventually just went to sleep, woke up. Mum got us early in the morning, went home, dog dead. And yeah, it's horrible.
Oh, what a horrible story.
That's all right, man. You probably got a bit more horrible story with that German murder story you promised me. Wait, did you promise it in the pod? I can't remember. Maybe it was after.
I can't remember. But this is called the Hinterkaifeck murders. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong.
Is it in a cafe?
Pardon?
Sounds like a cool cafe.
Hinterkaifeck. It happened in a small Bavarian farmstead about 70 kilometers north of Munich in Germany.
Fancy.
Happened to the Gruber family. There was Andreas, the father, Casilia, the mother, and their widowed daughter Victoria.
We
and
live in
Victoria's
Victoria.
children, Casilia and Joseph.
Wow.
And a maid, Maria Baumgartner. Baumgartner.
Boom mic.
So six people died. So basically, this family had all this strange stuff happening to them before the attack. Like 6 months prior to the attack, the family maid quit, the original maid, because she claimed that there was all these strange sounds in the attic and believed the house was haunted.
Wow.
Andreas Gruber found a strange newspaper from Munich on the property, and he didn't know who bought it because he didn't remember buying it or anything like that. And he also, just days before he got murdered, he told neighbours he discovered tracks in the fresh snow that led from the forest around the farm to a broken door lock.
Maybe he just followed his own tracks around and he's like, what? Oh, they're following me now! Children, run! Anyway, sorry.
And then they also heard footsteps in the attic. That they found no one when they searched the building.
Fucking terrifying.
But he didn't went to the police or anything like that.
He didn't went?
He didn't go to the police after seeing all this stuff.
Why would you? You know? Just hearing people in your attic? It's normal.
So anyway, eventually they got a new maid who arrived at the farm. And 4 days passed before that, they were seen in the town, and then 4 days later, after all these, they didn't turn up to church, the kids didn't go to school. Eventually, people went over to the place and found, they're all dead.
Oh, detention for those kids though for missing school.
So these two coffee sellers went over there to take their order because I'm guessing this is what they usually did.
Wow,
and
man,
they found
that's
no
fancy.
one, but they noticed the gate to the machine house was open.
Wait. So they could order coffees back then to their house?
Yeah, I think coffee would have been rare, so I'm guessing that's how they would have done it.
Mate, that's fucking... Well, they were either really rich or very advanced. They had
Uber
Eats back then.
Bit of money. They had a bit of money, I'm pretty sure.
Okay. Anyway, so what happened? Who done it?
Eventually, people from the village went up to the house and to try and find where they were, and they went into the barn and they found 4 of the bodies in the barn. They found the father, the mother, the daughter, and the daughter's daughter. And then they found her son and the maid inside the house. And they don't know who did it. But one of the people that they found the bodies had a key to the house as well. They don't understand why he had a key. They think it's because he was the father of the son that died.
Wait, who had the key?
So a villager, one of the villagers that found the bodies.
Raping time. But, man, you know what? I think it was the mayor. Because that guy was getting a bit too hoity-toity with his ordered coffees. And the mayor still had to walk down to the local cafe. And he just thought, nah, that's it. And he ordered some local kids to just fucking brutally murder this family.
So there are suspects. So the daughter, her husband was supposedly killed in World War One.
Yeah, but who wasn't?
But there are rumours that he survived and he came back and murdered them because
it's terrifying.
His wife cheated on him and gave birth to her son Joseph. No one knows who Joseph's father was. There's rumours that it was a product of incest with her father. I don't know if that's been proven or not. It's just whatever. Or that it was someone in the village.
Who do you think? Give us your verdict, mate, and we'll fucking smack this on the bottom.
I reckon... I don't know, because it could have been one of the villagers, because there's a suspect that this Lorenz Schlittenbauer, who's supposedly also the father of... who's rumoured to be the father of the baby that died. He's the one who had the key, and he didn't care about the bodies. He just kept moving them.
Well, that was back in the day, though, man. They fucked up. Like, I've listened to some pods about some of the... I think I even heard about this one as well. People just fucking did shit. They went in for selfies and shit with the bodies. All the time. We think we're crazy now. They'll just be like, oh, look at his hand. It's gross.
I'm just curious about all these people, like, all these noises coming along. So when they found the bodies, they were killed with, like, a big pickaxe to the back of the head.
Brutal.
So what happened was they were lured somehow into the barn, so it was connected to the main house, the barn. One by one, they were lured in and then killed.
Whoa.
When they found the bodies, like 4 days later, they found as well, though, that the animals had been fed over those 4-day period.
Yeah.
So whoever killed them stayed in the house.
Okay, sorry, I fucking was like, I was just trying to work out who it is, even though you've only given me a couple suspects. But
well, there's other suspects.
To the mayor, but mate, that's terrifying. What year was that? Sorry.
1922.
Oh.
So someone was staying in the house still.
Something about the early 1900s makes it the scariest. Like, you know what? Because like you think 1800s, you're like, yeah, whatever, that makes sense. When it gets to like early 1900s onwards, maybe because I think you're more modern by then, so you shouldn't be murdering. I don't know what it is about that area especially. Seems fucking creepy.
Yeah, well, there's the woods and that. They didn't find the murder weapon until they went to knock down a
cannon.
They knocked down the farmhouse. Like years later, they found it. The murder weapon.
What was it? Come on,
mate. It was like a pickaxe.
Oh, the pickaxe.
But instead of being pointed, it was sort of like flat. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Just for like digging. It was in the attic. They found it.
It took them that long to fucking find it.
Well, yeah, I mean...
I think you and I would have not at least solved that case, but we would have found every single bit of evidence much earlier before these guys did. And just like how you and I accidentally wandered into male modelling in Davies and became male models for about 10 minutes until we realised we weren't meant to be there, we could solve this crime.
Well, whoever murdered them as well wasn't after money because they left a whole bag of money behind.
Yeah, man.
It was really weird. I just freaked out at the fact that this guy could have been living in there for years. There is a suspect as well, this guy, Paul Mueller.
I don't think years, mate. I don't
people
think...
in America the same way.
I don't think years, man, because, you know what? If they only saw fresh tracks once and heard something once and some other couple things once before they died, nah, not years.
There was the key that disappeared. I can't remember that mentioned that. So a key disappeared. They found the newspaper and they heard things in the attic.
Key disappeared and that villager had the key.
Yeah, but he was a neighbour, so they think, oh, maybe he just had a key because he was a neighbour.
I know you can get delivered coffee quite easy back then, apparently, but I think getting a key was a bit of a hassle.
Anyway, as I said...
No.
I mean,
wasn't it?
Look, key makers all the time, man. That's like... As long as they're being locked, there's been key
Yeah,
makers.
But I feel like it's like, okay, thanks for the key. I'll see you in 3 weeks or like 8 years when it's done or some fucking thing.
Yeah, it was blacksmiths. They would have just all they would have done is made the mold and poured it.
Blacksmiths suck.
We're gonna get boycotted by the blacksmith guild.
That would anger the world. I think everyone pretty much loves blacksmiths. It's pretty badass.
They're still pretty much around, aren't they?
If you use the last names,
just
I guess.
In different ways.
Smith family. Will Smith. He's a blacksmith.
So, yeah.
He's a blacksmith. That's pretty good, isn't it?
It is good. I like that.
You know what? Too much laughing. I'm angry. You know why? Jackass 4 isn't coming out until February. It's coming out in America like November.
Okay. I don't know why you're so pumped for it.
I love Jackass.
It'll be good. I know, it'll be good, but it's like, you watch it once, and then I've never had the need to watch another Jackass video.
Okay, with two different people, and the way you're saying it's good while shrugging your shoulders, I'm saying I love Jackass, mate.
Yeah, no, I don't know why, though.
Makes me laugh.
Okay.
I love that these people, like, man, the stuff they're doing, they should be dead 1,000 times over, or at least be, like, wounded so bad, like, that they can't, like, walk again or something. And they just don't give a fuck, and they just keep going harder and harder, and I'm just like, let's see what happens when you do this to a human body. I'm curious. I'm glad they're sacrificing themselves, because I'm curious. What you do with this amount of money and sacrifice people's bodies, hilarious.
Remember when Johnny Knoxville tried to become an actor? I assume he's still trying.
Men in Black 3.
But
No, I mean 2. Men in Black 2. That was classic. I didn't know that was him for years. Dukes of Hazzard.
Dukes of Hazzard, and that's about it.
He wasn't the best actor. He made that Action Point in Bad Grandpa, and they're fucking shit.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember if I never saw Action Point. I can't remember if I saw
horrible.
Bad Grandpa.
Horrible. Yeah, man. So, just Jackass 4. Oh, just pissed off. We're already getting Dune in bloody December. At least James Bond is coming out pretty soon. And it's pretty good, eh?
Mm.
You like that, don't you?
Mm. Yeah, well, I'll see it. I'm all looking forward to Dune, mate.
Dune, mate? Who's that?
Dune, hey.
Good one, man.
Mate, I didn't bring it up. I was meant to before about the animals. You remind me.
I did.
Remember the other day, or the other pod when we were talking about Bigfoot, and you're like, no, mate, they would have seen a Bigfoot by now.
Yes.
Well, mate, they just found an owl, the Shelley's eagle owl, and it hadn't been seen for 150 years.
Okay.
So they haven't seen this owl for 150 years.
Yeah, but that's totally different to a fucking huge thing that would definitely have massive scat. somewhere.
Yeah, but they haven't seen this owl.
Yeah, owls, mate. But they'll be like, the thing is, they're like up in the sky. You'd be like, is that one? That could be anything. Maybe people have walked past them without thinking that's a rare owl. But people would walk past. But that's the thing, man. A lot of citizens who don't know this is a missing owl might have seen it 100 times without.
Same thing with Bigfoot. Maybe they just maybe it's just a trick.
Oh, it's just Andrew, isn't it? I think. Andrew! Oh, he's running into the forest. Andrew! Is that you? That'd be a good movie, wouldn't it? Some guy follows Bigfoot into the forest thinking it's his friend Andrew, only to be brutally murdered by Bigfoot.
Dan Andrews killed Bigfoot.
Mate, that's deep. But I think they should make a horror movie about Bigfoot. Just fucking tearing through some campers.
Found footage.
Oh, that'd be
what that movie.
But
and
Bigfoot's got the camera.
Away, and then at the end of it, the camera turns around, it's Bigfoot all along with the camera.
Yeah, that'd be good.
And then it's humans that were trying to kill him.
But, like, how do we start off the movie? Because wouldn't it be young campers going out? Is he just... You don't explain it, you're just like, wait, was Bigfoot, like, camping with them and sleeping with that beautiful blonde lady and... We're just like, oh, that's some weird noise choices. And every time he was meant to speak, he just... I love you, Cindy.
I don't know.
That'd be good, man. I like that. And you know what I like? Because I'm gonna put in I'm gonna edit in a nice little a little song to introduce this new segment I came up with. Oh, he's about to sneeze then, but he held it. Thank Christ. Okay, so include intro to this thing now, Mitch.
Hit it. Where's Woolies?
Good job. Okay, I call it Where's Wooly? Like Where's Wally, but where's Woolworths? I'm going to read out a couple of reviews about some random Woolworths I chose, and Dan has to guess which town it is from the 3 reviews I read out.
Any hints apart from the reviews?
I don't know. Let's see. And the thing is, I thought there were going to be some hilarious reviews to make this funny, but they were very tame. So, I just decided to go choose some of the ones who didn't like it, the Woolies, and give some, I guess some of them have some clues, I can't remember. So I'm going to go. Got most items. Would be great if the younger staff offered the reward stamps, etc. that I am entitled to. The older staff do. That's review number 1.
Yeah, they're all for the same Woolies, yeah?
Yeah. This store needs closing down. Store's too small. Coles across the street far bigger, better, and not as hot. Better stick, better service.
Okay.
Think about the
I
people
think
who are
it's
writing this stuff.
across the street, so that's the okay.
This one might
I'm
help
gonna
out.
take that very literally
Yeah,
and assume
yeah.
they're
That helps. This one is going to make a big clue. Same as every other Woolies, 5 stars. No, okay, here's the other one.
Was that actual Woolies?
That was a review, but here's the next one. I choose to come to this Woolworths. Even though there is another store closer to me, it is convenient having other shops and chemists nearby, plus a Coles across the road, so I can grab the few items that Woolworths doesn't sell. 5 stars.
Okay.
Mate, I found out there's another one here. I'll read it again. The service is good, but the frozen drink machine seems to always be out of order. 3 stars.
Frozen drinks?
Yeah.
Was that McDonald's?
Okay, I got another one here. Very busy. Distancing does not apply. 3 stars. Another one. Staff are very pleasant, friendly, helpful, and caring. I will not be moving from... Oh, I nearly read out the name of the town. I'll just say it's very close to you.
Yeah,
Oh shit, I should have said that. Fuck! Yeah, Patterson Lakes.
You got me because of them right across the street from each other. Up the
Yeah,
road.
I shouldn't have. I thought that, yeah, that was kind of a big enough clue. I shouldn't have said that, because there are other places that have a Woolworths and Coles nearby.
Yeah, but if they're right across the street from each other, that's the only one I know that they were right
Alright!
across the street.
Dan did it, everyone! I'm assuming they're all clapping while watching us on YouTube.
Yeah, all right.
That's good, man. That was fun. Do the little Where's Woolies dance so I can add it.
Do, do, do. Ba, 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 ba.
That's pretty good, actually. I might steal that for the intro. You're gonna hear it. You're gonna hear it like a few minutes before, and then hear you do it. All right, mate. Did you want to talk about Stephen Crowder, the horrible political commentator on YouTube, but maybe a beloved character from our childhood? He was apparently in Arthur, the TV series.
Yeah,
Who did
you just said it.
Yeah, who did he play?
So, okay, backstory how I found this out, just to spice up the pod.
Spice
I
it
was
up.
listening to some more news pod with Cody Johnston, and he did a whole episode on Stephen Crowder.
This is not spicy.
Okay. Well, look, I'm trying to beef it up, not spice it up. Anyway, and he said, and I looked this up because I have to prove it, he played Brain on Arthur.
Brain, remember that guy? He was the smart one. Brain.
The one who found out that it wasn't hard to have fun when you had a library card.
That was him. That was Stephen
But
Crowder.
he didn't sing that song. Stephen Crowder didn't sing the song.
Whoa, you went deep.
He was only in season 5 and 6, so he's in 2 seasons. But yeah.
Wait, so he's not the original Brain?
No.
Oh, I guess this series went for fucking
It
millennia.
only just recently got cancelled.
Fuck, man. How many episodes? Can you Google that while I say that Macho Man Randy Crowder, whatever his name is, Stephen Crowder, it just seems so weird that idiot played Brain. Mate.
So it ran from 1996 to 2022, apparently.
2022? We're not there yet. How many episodes, man?
I'm still trying to find that out.
Fuck, you just go on IMDb and then you go to all episodes and it says it there.
259.
259. That's nearly a whole year. They didn't even reach the mark.
It's not that many when you think about it.
I know. Simpsons are fucking flogging them.
Well, there's 20 episodes, it looks like, per season.
Yeah, they probably, near the end of it, probably didn't do that.
Oh, no, there's not 20. So by season 4 and 5, there's only 10.
Shut down. I wonder what seasons we were watching then.
Oh, I'm going to pick a random episode. Let's do one that had Stephen Crowder.
Okay, man. The audience are going to fucking eat this up like porridge. Okay, man. Give me it.
The election. Francine goes to war.
I don't remember that one. Francine goes to war? Things changed after I watched it.
So the other day, me and the lads as well were doing a quiz online that we found, and you had to guess what animal were the characters from Arthur. So they show the image.
Yes.
And you have to guess the animal. And twice they had it So they had multiple choice, but we would cut off the multiple choice so they didn't influence us. Twice they had vegetables in place.
What?
Can you think about which character would people think might be a vegetable?
What are you on about?
So they had multiple choice answers.
Yes.
Question. So they had, here's an image of Arthur. Which of these 4 animals is Arthur?
Aardvark.
Aardvark, yeah. And then for another one,
Clap.
they had 3 animals and 1 vegetable.
I don't get it, man. Just say what the
Okay,
answer
so
is.
one of the choices was Pinky. Was that his name?
Oh, it's a vegetable. I get what you mean.
He's not a vegetable, but they had it as a choice.
Yeah.
Tim automatically straight away, well, Tim or Cameron straight away said the vegetable as soon as they saw the picture, though. That was surprising.
That's fucking weird, man.
It
We're
was
gonna look.
potato.
We're gonna look past the part where I wasn't invited to this quiz thing, and we're gonna go jump straight into. Besides Steven Crowder being a fucking cartoon character, mate. Vikings in North America, 500 years before Columbus. Does that not shock thou?
No, I already knew Vikings went to North America before that.
You already knew. Dan was like, you know what, guys? I already knew this. So put your research up your ass.
That's come out.
Put it up your ass and fuck off, is what Dan's saying right now.
The thing is that's come out is that they were there even earlier than I originally thought.
Yeah, 500 years. That's what I just read was the earliest one they just had.
1,000 years ago, but they already knew Vikings went to North America.
Mate, yeah, I know that, but I'm just saying, 500 years sucked in. I'm reading a whole book about China being there 50 years before Columbus. Fuck China, man. The Vikings. China's fucking dumb. Look at fucking Norway. Look at Finland.
Native Americans killed them all,
Mate,
I'm pretty sure.
Shut the fuck up. We're going to this. China's done. They're done. We're going to Scandinavia. They are so much better. I don't give a fuck what anyone thinks anymore, man. Why don't we just fucking copy them?
Yeah, I know the Vikings were better, but there's possibly an Irishman that got there before them.
Just one?
Yes, just one. A monk named Brendan of Clawford.
Do you think at all that this guy is possibly the same exact human being that went on Normandy with a sword?
No. You mean Jack Churchill?
I wish that was the same person because that would just be a nice little warm hug at night.
He lived to be over 1,000 years old or something
Yeah, but
like that.
imagine if that was all true and that was out there. No one can explain it. And that was one man. Wouldn't that feel like a nice warm tea?
It'd be weird.
Nah.
Wouldn't that be weird though? It's just like no one's ever questioned it before. Everyone knew that it was the same man.
But weird shit happens all the time. Rasputin, how didn't he die? But they kept killing him and he wouldn't die.
It was just back in those days, people.
Yeah, nah, you're just now you're just making up fucking things. So, like, it's like, you know, when we were living, about a year ago, I was living across the road at this farmhouse, and Kim got up real early in the morning to go for a jog. She went to the kitchen to fill up her water bottle, looked out the window, and saw me walking around this hedge and up the driveway in full clothes at, like, 5:30 in the morning, and she was like, oh, I guess Mitch is going for a walk or something. That's weird. And then she got she left the house, walked up the driveway, like right after me, didn't see me up the driveway. It's a long one. I either went left or right. She went to the end of the driveway, didn't see me either way, and just walked. Came back. I got up out of bed, said, good morning, Kim. And she's like, oh, you enjoy your walk? And I was like, what the fuck? And she just says, I don't want to try and work this out. I don't want to argue with you. I saw you. That's all. That's all it is. I saw you. And so I guess
Vikings. I want to go back to talking about Vikings.
Because, man, it means either ghost or I've got a sleepwalking problem. And the Vikings would probably worship me. What do you think about that? That's a curveball.
Who's your favourite Viking god?
Mate, do you think I've actually done any fucking research about Vikings?
Well, that can be your research for next week.
I like the guy who's from Echuca. Work that one out. He's in Vikings, the TV show. The main guy. He's from Machuca.
He's not a god.
Oh! Isn't he now?
Fun fact though, that's where we get a lot of the names for our days, Viking gods.
How come other people are allowed to think things are God that aren't true? Am I not allowed to think a Chuka guy is God?
No, I know he's not a god.
You stabbed him.
Yeah. So yeah, we get a lot of days of the week named after Viking gods. Tuesday comes from Tuesday. Wednesday is Woden's Day.
Does everyone hate Tier's Day?
Well, no one knows much about what he does.
What about...
Only he gets his arm bit off at the start of Ragnarok.
What about Mound Day?
And then Monday...
Everyone hates Mound Day.
Thursday's Thor's Day. Friday's...
Is Monday called... is Monday called Ringo Starr?
No.
Just the most hated?
I don't think he's the most hated.
You know what I mean, though. The least talented.
John was shot.
John was a prick and I hated him the most, but...
Saturday was Saturn. And Sunday...
People are they're gonna tune into our pods and slowly work out you're some fucked up astrology gem reading bitch.
Well, anyway, no, I know not. But anyway, find out your favorite Norse god.
All right, well, fuck. I'll write that down later. I'm gonna forget. Find out my favorite Norse god. Okay, I'll write it down now. Look, you fucking give me death threats, putting your finger up to your neck and slicing. I wrote where's instead of what. Wait, what am I writing? What's my fave Norse god? All right, you hear everybody? You hear that? I'm on a contract. You hearing it? Sorry, man. I'll look that up. I'll find out. I'll let you know. Thanks for the homework. Not that I'm fucking busy enough with all those weeds out there, mate. They don't stop. They just don't stop. You see how tired I look?
No.
You're not, are you?
Next topic.
Well, you said you don't want to talk about this one. Just quickly, people blaming Alec Baldwin for killing that woman. Come visit me. I'll set you fucking straight, mate. You don't fucking talk shit about that horrible, abusive man. He didn't mean to kill that woman. But he did. Didn't he, like... What did he get in trouble for that one time? Didn't he call someone fucked up and say some horrible shit?
He yelled at his daughter once, but I think that's just like a dad yelling at their child.
I think I'm getting him mixed up with a little bit with Hasselhoff. No, I think he went a bit next level, though. I know they made fun of it in an SNL thing, so it makes it all square. But I think he went a bit far. But so did your dad. So did your dad, though. So...
Yeah, people get angry. But he's got like 10 kids now. I never heard of him yelling at them.
I guess I did just go off my head about pretty much
he did
earlier.
Defend his life when his wife pretended to be like Spanish or something. What was that?
That's pretty weird. That's fucking weird.
And people are like, he's always yelling at fans when they come.
Oh man, I would yell at fans.
Yeah, he's out with his family and doesn't want to be disturbed.
I would definitely yell at my kid. I was thinking about it the other day with like my brother has 2 kids and one of them's like got a lot of energy running around. I'd think like, yeah, I'm patient and stuff. After 5 minutes of that, I'd just be like, shut the fuck up! You know?
Okay.
You do. I'm not having kids, man. Unless I find one in a field or something.
Okay.
Like a puppy. Is that how that works? Finders keepers?
Yeah. That's how adoptions happen.
You just yell at adopted as you pick them up.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, man. I love your, like, interaction levels, you know? But I'm going to tell you about the Tinder date I went on.
Yes. This is going to be the last topic of the night.
Cool, man. You're thriving. But,
well, being here for a good hour, mate.
Yeah, anyway, so I went on a date with a girl that, whatever, wasn't really that attracted to her or anything. And I just was kind of bored. And one day I was just talking to her and whatever. We met up.
Yeah, done that, mate.
Yeah, whatever. It was just for fun. And we met up. And it was just after a hard day at the fucking market, getting up real early and shit. And I was super tired. I was so tired. and I just couldn't just keep up conversation. I totally forgot what she did for work. So she kept asking me questions about my job and stuff like that. And I was like, every time she asked me a question, I'm like, what the fuck does she do again? What the fuck does she do again? And so I never asked her about her job. Totally forgot. And just my interactions with shit. I was just talking about the birds around us and shit mostly. And yeah, I wanted to fall asleep, and I nearly did in the car on the drive back.
I thought there was going to be more to this story.
Nah, man, usually
Haven't talked to her since.
something fucked up happens, but that one I was just a little sleepyhead.
Anything to talk to her since?
Yeah, I apologized for being tired, and I just said, if you want to be friends or something. I didn't feel anything. She said, yeah. So cool. You know? You get that. You get what I mean, man. All right, have you got on this day? What happened on this day, 26th of October?
Oh, where is it? On this day, the 26th of October, in 1977, the last natural case of smallpox is discovered in Mercer District, Somalia. Considered the anniversary of the eradication of smallpox, the most spectacular success of vaccination.
If this happened to be on Friday, that would have been such a coincidence with like how we're opening up again. We did beat COVID, but we did alright. Yeah? Is that it?
Yeah.
Cool,
I'm just
man.
having a look. Yeah, there's nothing really exciting happened. Let's go to like film and TV. Anything in there? No, this must be one of the most boring days in history.
That's cool.
Music? Anything?
26th of October, man. Nothing happens. Everyone's getting ready for Halloween.
Maybe.
Boot, maybe.
Sport? Nothing really in sport. Weddings?
You know what's going to happen on this day tomorrow? Mitch is getting his second vaccine.
Oh boy, then he can do things.
I'm going to be like a fucking wolf on the prowl, on all fours.
Alfred the Great died. So there's that.
Don't get any deeper. Leave it just as Alfred the Great died. I like that.
Okay.
Title of the pod.
Birthdays. We'll try birthdays. Let's see. No, nothing.
Cool, man.
Nothing that I know. I mean, there are birthdays here, but I don't know any people.
Well, thanks, man. The smallpox and Albert the Great or whatever his name is dying is
Alfred.
Yeah, Alfred the Men. We're gonna end on a high note because I'm gonna wrap us out, freestyle us. Yo, no, I'm really not gonna. Anyway, man, thanks for that. Thanks for that, and maybe one day we'll come back with another pod, maybe a new pod called Sleepy Talk. We'll get more into that later in the future. We'll see what happens,
See what happens. Okay, thank you, Turkmenistan.
Thanks, man.
Good night.